internationally known around the world. He says he's in Mid-South for a reason. He's on a mission, but he's not going to tell anybody. Well, I know you're a mass superstar, and I know what your mission is. You're a bounty hunter. You're a man that goes to the highest bidder. You try to end people's career, break their legs, break their necks, and send them their own way. And nobody knows what that's about better than Ted DiBiase, because yes, I've been there. But I've learned a valuable lesson, Dick Murdoch, because of you. Because when I was laying flat on my back, not knowing whether I'd ever wrestle again, because you tried to take mine away from me, I found out that money's not everything, and you can't buy friends. Well, I'll tell you something, Murdoch. What goes around comes around. And brother, yours is coming around. And superstar, this is what you got to handle right here.
You can see this man right here. He's probably one of the greatest athletes today in the world. Not only a professional wrestler, a mass superstar. And I called him long distance, asked him to come in here to help me settle one thing. The DiBiase and Dr. Death Steve Williams feud. And I'll guarantee you what, this man right here, Steve Williams, has got more credentials than you've ever thought about having.
You know, I don't have to worry about Dick Murdoch. All he wants me to do is keep you out of there, Dr. Death. You picked up a nickname by bumping heads in football. Well, you and I are going to bump heads in the ring. And this man's going to take care of you, DiBiase. No more crying, no more phone calls. When he gets you all by yourself, because, Dr. Death, you're going to be having your hands full with me. You're not going to be involved in the match. It's just going to be Ted and Murdoch.
Ladies and gentlemen, a one-fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing first in the red corner, Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. And introducing in the blue corner, Perry Jackson.
Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, an explosive, power-packed individual that's just mean, Joel. He's vicious. The master of the dog collar match. He beat Junkyard Dog, of course, some years back in the dog collar match in some vicious battles, and he's reestablished that he is the master of that match. He's explosive, he's vicious, he's powerful. He asks no quarter and he gives none. Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer.
He's a great athlete for sure, and you know, one thing about him, I never see him run out of gas. He is in tremendous physical conditioning. He's so relentless.
He's low center of gravity. He weighs about pounds. Of course, those boots he's got on must fit his personality. It's our pleasure again to be here at the beautiful Tulsa Assembly Center downtown. Tremendous crowd. We have some great bouts. We got Dick Murdoch, and the mass superstar, an international star who was wrestling with Dick Murdoch in Japan, and Murdoch has brought him here. We're going to interview him about Power Slam.
Sawyer with that Power Slam and a two-handed lateral press. That's all it took to get the freak out. Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, the winner of this match. Wait a minute.
That's the thing about Sawyer. He doesn't care. Victories don't care anything about it. He just wants to hurt people. A person like that is so unpredictable. Carl Fergie tried to pull him off. He already beat Perry Jackson and had him totally at his mercy, and apparently wants to punish him some more. He didn't feel like he punished him enough. This man has no regard for his own personal safety. Much like Hacksaw Jim, the man he's been so involved with in a very emotional situation that's centered around Jim Duggan's girlfriend.
Wait a minute. Sawyer's on the top rope.
Oh, man! He just annihilated Perry Jackson. Carl Fergie is trying to get Buzz Sawyer out of there. I don't know if one man can do it or not.
Oh, no. I don't know what's wrong with Sawyer. Perry Jackson.
Well, Carl Fergie
certainly
should
did
signify
provoke this.
disqualification. We'll hope that matchmaker Grizzly Smith gets some people down there and gets this thing under control. Carl Fergie.
We'll be right back. Dick Murdoch and the Masked Superstar tag team.
Hey, you are in the Mid-South area.
All you have to do is look around the jam-packed arena. I've traveled all over the world, as you said. Japan, the Middle East, the Far East, North and South America, and Europe. Every place I go, it's amazing because people say, you know, it's an old cliche, the best competition is here. I didn't realize that until I showed up last evening and I looked around. You've got a man right here who's world-renowned as I am. Of course, you've got a few bad apples. They're down at the bottom of the barrel and they're spoiling the whole crop. They always cry, they always make excuses. They have to realize that sometimes, fellas, it's time to move on. 1986 is a new year. Everybody makes resolutions. I told my good friend, Mr. Murdoch, I'm going to make a resolution. I'm going to come to the Mid-South area, and I'm going to be a janitor. I'm going to clean all the trash out of the wrestling area. I'm going to let him get done what he has to get done. He's got some major objectives. Nobody's going to stand in Dick Murdoch's way because I'm going to take care of all that garbage. All he has to do is focus his attention this entire year of 1986 on his goals. I've got my purpose. He certainly has his.
Jim Ross, you can tell this is a typical Oklahoma crowd. Why don't you just shut up and let them out?
Disrespectful people in your area. Evidently, don't know class when they see it. I'm not a braggart. I don't like to talk. I'll do my action in the ring.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next match, one fall with a 10-minute time limit, introducing the team you have heard from in the red corner, the team of Dick Murdoch and the Masked Superstar. Their opponents in this contest, in the blue corner, the team of Tommy Wright and Steve Dahl.
Now, Dick Murdoch wastes no time in the Masked Superstar. And of course, you heard his comments, you heard Dick Murdoch's comments, Joel, and they take right into Tommy Wright and Steve Dahl. And of course, the crowd is very disapproving of their tactics and their attitude.
I wonder what exactly they meant by saying that they were going to clean up the Mid-South area. With their appearance, I kind of feel like it might have been dirtied up. Murdoch, of course, back from a 45-day suspension, has found himself a partner.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt of who they're aiming their comments against. That's DiBiase and Dr. Death. But let me tell you, you better get an all-day lunch with you when you go to clean up those two, because it's quite a job. Reverse neck breaker, Masked Superstar.
Whoa, I've seen him pin a lot of people with that move, but he yanked Tommy right up by the head. He's obviously trying to prove a point.
Well, Dick Murdoch is just tough. He's as tough as they come. He asks no quarter and gives none. He's a rugged guy. This feud with Ted DiBiase could be reminiscent of the time when he had Killer Carl Cox. Because Dick Murdoch is like a pit bulldog. When he gets something in his craw and gets a hold of you, he's never going to let go. And right or wrong never enters into his mind. It's just what he feels he has to do. There he's got that Tommy Wright unbuster.
He nailed him with it. 1, 2, and 3. Referee Tommy Gilbert calling for Mr. Unpredictable Dick Slater. And in just a few moments, the finals of the Mid-South Television Tournament will be held, of which Mr. Slater is a finalist. He'll be going against the man with the DDT, Jake the Snake Roberts, in just a few moments. At this point in time, I think we need to address the situation surrounding this North American title. In my opinion, is a very controversial victory against Butch Reed.
Hey, I am standing here. I am a better man than Butch Reed. I've always been a better man than Butch Reed. And that is why I'm standing here for the North American Heavyweight Championship. Now, in the past, Mid-South had a ruling that if you held the North American Heavyweight Championship, you couldn't hold the television championship. Well, I made that ruling a little bit different. First of all, I demanded, Grizzly Smith, I demanded that I fought my way all the way from the beginning of this television tournament to the end. I am the finalist. I will take and wrestle Jake the Snake Roberts for the television title match. I demanded the match, and I received the match, and I will wrestle Jake the Snake for the television title match.
Ladies and gentlemen, those comments
I'll take them both. I'll take them both. I've never been a greedy man. I'll be both the television winner and the North American Heavyweight Champion.
All right, I think you made your point quite clear, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have that match right after this timeout.
One fall or television time remaining for the Mid-South television title. Introducing from Tampa, weighing 238 pounds, Dick Slater. The current North American champion, also a dark journey. And introducing from Atlanta, Georgia, the man with the DDT, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a long, grueling battle for these two men, but they have both reached. Slater's attacking Jake Roberts. Remember, this is the finals of the Mid-South Television Tournament. A long, grueling grind. Both these men in the finals. Slater, the controversial, the current North American champion. Joe, this match has started off with a tremendous amount of animosity, a tremendous amount of physical confrontation. We knew it would be just exactly this way.
Slater fires Jake the Snake right out. I think Jake the Snake might have been a little bit overconfident. The ovation from that crowd was so deafening, I'm sure he couldn't hear Dick Slater sneaking up from behind on him and taking advantage. Slater will use every single dirty trick in the book to try to get ahead in his matches, as he does so often. That's why they call him Mr. Unpredictable. Slater, with blatant right crosses to the forehead.
Well, Dick Slater has long been known for one of the most physical men, one of the most brutal men in professional wrestling, a man that has developed so many coup de grace type maneuvers. Dick Slater and, of course, Jake Roberts with a consummate hold, the DDT, as this capacity crowd in Tulsa, Oklahoma, they're voicing their pleasure, but Slater turning the tide and swinging back to his favor as Jake Roberts normally controlling the tempo, Joel. But, of course, right now at this point in time, obviously, he is definitely on the defensive.
Well, let me tell you, when Slater gets on the offensive, he stays on it. He knows how to change gears and really lay into you. He's relentless there. He's using the tights. He's so discreet, so wily, a fantastic tactician. Whether you agree with it or not, the way he gets it accomplished is effective nonetheless, and he just nailed Jake the Snake on the outside of the ring. You could see Dark Journey there. As my father said last week, there's not much between your eyes and her skin. It's just about an R-rated outfit. Listen to this crowd. Go, Jake, go.
Slater with a tremendous counter maneuver. Jake was set for it looked like to elevate Slater, but Slater with a neck breaker. Slater has mastered, I think, every maneuver in professional wrestling. And he's got as mean a streak in him as any athlete that has ever stepped in the squared circle. He is a volatile individual, a very unpredictable man, hence the name Mr. Unpredictable.
Well, even in speaking with him sometimes, it seems like he'll be keeping a train of thought and then just go off on a tangent. And I think his wrestling style is kind of the same way, too. The person that he's going against can really never follow an established line of moves. They have to be waiting for anything at any time. At least expected.
That's exactly right, Joel. And Slater was trying to set Jake the Snake for the pile driver. But Jake elevated Slater out of that predicament, and we got both men. This has been such a physical match, Joel, from the outset. The finals of the Mid-South Television Championship Tournament right here before this crowd of over 9,000 people in the Tulsa Center.
Oh, Slater missed it. Slater went for the atomic drop, but he missed it. I think that's the move Jake needs to turn the tide, but Jake's hurt too.
See matchmaker Fraser Smith there, the Mid-South official at the ring. This match so important, ladies and gentlemen, for the championship, Mid-South Television Championship, and Jake Roberts is firing back. The momentum is changing. Oh! This capacity crowd loves the man with a DDT.
He just hammered him. Listen to these people. Knee lift. Jake the Snake throws such a powerful knee lift. Oh, Dark Journey. Dark Journey had better watch yourself. He had better watch yourself.
Joe, I think Jake's made a very, very severe error, a tactical error in that situation. Dark Journey obviously interfered, but he's got to keep his mind on his business in that squared circle. Slater has seized this moment and has turned the tides once again on Jake Roberts.
Again, we see that outside influence becoming a factor. Of course, Dark Journey is pretty easy to notice. Jake reverses DDT!